Chapter 7. Spiritual Bond. Their connection deepens through conversations, not touch. The café smelled of coffee and old books, a quiet refuge from the city's noise. Areeba sat across from Zavian, her hands wrapped around a warm cup, and for a moment, words felt unnecessary. Yet the silence between them was not empty. It was alive, waiting to be filled with thought, understanding, and reflection. Zavian broke it first. "Do you ever wonder," he asked softly, "if people can truly understand each other without proximity?" Areeba considered the question, turning it over like a small stone in her mind. "I think," she said finally, "it depends on intention. If both are honest, even distance can create connection." He looked at her, really looked, and saw the calm certainty in her gaze. No impatience, no assumption, no demand, only presence. That presence had grown more powerful than any touch, more enduring than any fleeting closeness. Their conversations had become a ritual of sorts, not long, not forced, but meaningful. In these exchanges, they shared fragments of their lives, philosophies they had inherited or discovered, and the small truths that society often overlooked. Each sentence was a thread, weaving them closer without erasing the space each still needed. "I read something today," Areeba said, her eyes momentarily distant, "about how understanding another person fully is less about hearing words and more about noticing what isn't said." Zavian's lips curved slightly. "And have you noticed what I haven't said?" She smiled faintly, the kind that reached her eyes. "Yes, but that's the point, isn't it? Silence can speak as loudly as words, sometimes louder." He nodded, aware of the tension he had carried for weeks, the restraint born of fear and responsibility. Yet with her, he found the courage to be honest in small, quiet ways. Not through gestures, not through declarations, but through the clarity of thought. "I've always believed," he said carefully, "that distance keeps people safe. But maybe it also teaches them patience, and patience sometimes becomes understanding." Areeba tilted her head, intrigued. "So, our distance isn't a barrier?" "Not always," he replied. "Sometimes it's the only way to truly see someone, without pretense, without pressure, only intention." They spoke of many things that afternoon: books, fleeting dreams, the rhythm of the city outside, and the spaces within themselves they rarely shared with anyone else. Every sentence was deliberate, yet effortless. Every pause was filled with acknowledgement, a recognition of their shared respect. Areeba's fingers traced the rim of her cup, the motion small, meditative. "Do you think people often mistake restraint for disinterest?" Zavian's gaze softened. "All the time. But restraint isn't absence. It's care. Measured, deliberate, aware of consequences. It's harder to recognize, but perhaps it's more sincere than words spoken in haste." She nodded slowly, her thoughts aligning with his. "I've always believed that connection isn't built on proximity. It's built on understanding, on honesty, on noticing things that others ignore." He felt the truth of her words settle between them. No one could measure this connection, nor could society dictate its rhythm. It existed in the quiet acknowledgements, the thoughtful responses, the patience that allowed both of them to remain themselves without compromise. As the afternoon sunlight softened, falling across their table in gentle slants, Zavian realized something profound. This was intimacy of a different kind. It was not possession, not closeness of body, but closeness of mind, soul, and thought. Areeba had become a part of his internal landscape, not by touch, but by the clarity of her presence and the honesty of her words. He met her gaze once more. "Ruhani Rabt," he murmured, "a connection beyond what can be held, beyond what can be measured." Areeba's smile deepened, warm and unspoken in meaning. "Yes, beyond expectations." beyond fear. It's ours, as it should be. And in that quiet space, surrounded by the hum of the city, but untouched by its judgment, their bond grew, not through gestures, not through proximity, but through the pure, undeniable truth of understanding.